Breaking Bread Podcast. Breaking Bread Podcast. Ooh, Breaking Bread Podcast. Breaking Bread Podcast. Ooh.
Absolutely, absolutely. The smoothies were the right way to go, man.
No, it was.
The smoothie was the right way to go.
Man, dude, the holiday season, the way I've been eating, I got to do I got to do something, dog. It's going, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I understand.
I got to do something.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all taking me to get a smoothie.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Set the tone off right.
For sure. Good people, welcome to the Breaking Bread Podcast. I'm Lee.
And I'm Derek.
And listen, we got a treat for y'all today. We here with the one and the only Chris from Good Trip Gallery. Welcome to the show, good brother. Thank you so much for taking the time to spend with us today, man. So I want to give you some airspace. Introduce yourself to the people. Give us your social media handles and tell us about yourself.
What's happening, everybody? My name is Christopher Evans with Good Trip Gallery in downtown Raleigh, 416 South McDowell Street. I'm an artist, entrepreneur, businessman, and hustler. So,
I love it.
and my Instagram is Good Trip Gallery, and it's Good Trip on every social media platform.
Man, that's it. That's it. So welcome to the Breaking Bread Podcast, man. We're so glad to have you. And
Thank y'all for having me.
For sure. I want to launch this with a story because, it very interesting, right? So we had our pre-production call. We were on the Zoom talking. I said, okay, great. So then Derek and I got invited to this event. We go to the event. We're sitting there. We're admiring the art. We're like, man, this looks really good in here. Yeah. So we're walking around, and the tag right next to it, I was like, wait a minute. This is Chris.
It's Chris.
This is
right.
Chris. So we was like, man. So we're walking around looking at all the art, and it was just so great because we just spoken, I want to say, 2 or 3 days before the event. Went to this venue, never been there before.
No, never been to it.
And look at that, fully populated, man. So, and where did you say that those pieces were? I think you said it was in the
Nest.
The Nest.
The Nest on
Yes.
Fayetteville Street.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we took a photo with man.
Yeah.
We actually took a photo out there. Got it somewhere.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's dope. That means the timing was perfect.
That's
It
what
really
I'm saying.
was.
It's supposed to happen.
Confirmation.
Right.
Confirmation. Yeah, man. So that's awesome. So, I know that you're an artist, entrepreneur, hustler. So where's the your favorite art medium? Or is it canvas? Is it graphic design? Where do you like to create the most?
I would say I don't think I have a favorite, but I like to create whenever the vibe is right, whenever the feeling hits me. So it could be when I'm tattooing, it could be on skin, it could be me painting, performing a live painting at an event, a mural out in public, or
That's
even
dope.
me drawing on the back of a receipt at a bar or a restaurant.
Wow.
So all of those things are
Man.
are my favorites.
And that's how I met Chris too at an event where he was painting live. Lenovo Small Evolve event. You were painting live there,
right.
and all your pictures was out there. They were just amazing.
Well, thank you.
So that's why I was like, yeah, we had to get them on the show after that. It was just they were too good.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Exactly. So the pursuit had to begin.
Yeah, I didn't know you. So you also do tattoos?
Yeah, I tattoo full time and paint full time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I kind of bounce back and forth. I tattoo about 4 days out of the week by appointment only. And then normally on those other days, I'm taking care of business stuff and running around doing painting events.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Got you. And this is at the McDowell Street location.
I tattoo at the McDowell Street at the gallery.
And what was that address again?
416 South McDowell Street.
Gotta let them know where to
Hey,
go.
listen, gotta let them know where to go. If you're a fan of the show, y'all know I do that all the
Right,
time.
exactly.
You're going to hear that address at least 2 more times, y'all. So, yeah, man. So we're going to get into our first segment, something we like to have a lot of fun with. I cannot be convinced. So what you talking about, bro? So I cannot be convinced. We're going to take a position on something, be something funny, lighthearted, whatever's on your mind.
That's crazy that you said that. I just did a painting this morning at 1:00 in the morning, and I named it "The Hell You Talking About."
Oh,
I should have bought it with me. Too.
You should have
man,
brought it
that
with you.
Man.
Yo.
The hell you talking about?
The hell you talking about?
That might be the name of the new segment right now.
Right,
gonna
might,
change-
might have to rename it. Might have to rename it.
Picture of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I don't have a good picture of it, but definitely got to show you.
We might just change the name right
Right,
now.
right. We might have to switch that up.
But I cannot be convinced.
Yo,
to-
that's fire.
Oh, that's fire.
Oh, let me see. I don't know if the people
Nah, they can't
see it, but we gonna try. The light might be in the way. Yeah, man, that's dope. That's dope.
That is a picture, you know, the face somebody make when you say something out of pocket. You're like, oh,
It's so accurate.
Right.
The hell you talking
the hell
about?
you talking about, dog?
Exactly. I ain't got time to be
Right.
playing with you right now. I know that's real. That's dope, bro. That's
I
dope.
appreciate it. My bad. Minute.
Oh, no, you good.
That's the segment.
No, that was absolutely what we need.
That's how
man.
that's how this podcast work, man. You get into a wormhole, we'll jump from one to the other. So it don't matter.
All
It's
bars.
all the time.
all bars all the time. Straight freestyling out
So
here.
back to the segment, hell you talking about.
So boom. I got a lighthearted, funny one for y'all, right? It's thinking about childhood, right? We're gonna talk about Kool-Aid for a minute.
All right.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna need for folks to give me the metadata on the Kool-Aid. The data about data. You know what I'm talking about? What kind of Kool-Aid you got, Red? Listen, ma'am, sir, is it strawberry? Is it tropical punch? Is it cherry? That matters. You see what I'm saying? I need the metadata about the Kool-Aid. Now, is it gonna stop me from drinking the Kool-Aid? Absolutely not. Because it's gonna hit regardless.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And maybe the expert, you know, an analyst could look at it and differentiate the cherry hue from the tropical punch hue. You know what I'm saying? Like this is more of a Pantone 117. This might be like a 275. Something. See, I ain't got that type of discretion. You see
Well,
what I'm saying?
I thought it was understood in the community that red meant tropical punch.
So I think that
Yeah, I thought it
I
was
do
fruit
agree with
punch.
that.
Fruit, oh,
Right.
see, he said
But the
fruit
thing
punch.
is, mess around and catch that cherry or that strawberry, it's still red.
Yeah, it's still
But I
red.
guess that could dovetail into we don't buy strawberry or cherry Kool-Aid. Maybe so. But I need the metadata on the Kool-Aid. That's the takeaway from here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's red, strawberry, tropical punch, something like that. So, you know, and growing up, now that I think about it, I drank a lot of the lemonade. Like I was team lemonade with it. You know what I'm saying? I rock with the fruit punch and all of that. But yeah, that
I was
reflector.
always tropical punch.
It was always
I
tropical
was
punch.
always tropical punch as a kid.
Red, you mean red.
Yeah. Red.
Yeah, you're right. Nobody said tropical punch.
No, nobody
Yeah,
said tropical punch.
Too many
Yeah.
syllables, man. Just say
Right,
red.
right, red.
What the hell you talking about?
Yeah. You still, I don't even drink, man. I can't remember last time I had a glass of Kool-Aid for real.
Same
It's been a
here.
minute.
Same here.
Yeah, I kind of grew out of it fast too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on Kool-Aid for a couple years, and then it was sweet tea after that.
Yep. And now that is the beverage of choice. And now my wife is getting me into the unsweet tea.
What?
Something I thought would never happen.
I drink hot tea a lot, especially during the wintertime.
That's
but-
how it started.
Okay.
That's how it started. It started with the warm tea, then came the green tea, then came the warm green tea. And now, right now in the stage of that, we're at half unsweet tea, half lemonade. And it's surprisingly good. Something I thought I'd never
Really?
say. Yeah.
See, that's,
Yeah.
man, look, funny, true story. I remember I used to, in college, I worked at a Staples, and they were making an order for a food run. Somebody was going to McDonald's or something. And the lady asked me who was taking the orders. She was like, what would you like? I was like, oh, just give me a tea. And she was like, what kind? And I'm like, what you mean a tea? She was like, what kind of tea? I'm like, a tea. And then my manager, he interjected, because she's from New York. I forgot the lady who was taking the orders from New York. He was like, listen, this is the South. It's sweet tea when they say tea. There's no such thing as unsweet tea unless they got diabetes. You know what I'm saying? It's true. Like, when we say tea, it means sweet tea. We don't we don't say unsweet unless
That's
you
a
want
fact.
unsweet.
That's a fact.
Right.
That's a fact.
It was funny to me when she did it. It was like, yeah, nah, tea. What
Like-
you mean tea?
Like tea, man. The hell you talking
What
about?
you mean? It's only one tea. The hell
You
the
see?
hell you talking about?
It's taking a life of its own.
That's funny.
Oh, you want to? Oh, you, just,
What you got for us? What y'all got for us?
oh, you want to go ahead?
No, go ahead. I'll
right.
jump right in. Whatever the next segment is.
Okay.
Got you. So we gonna go around and see what everybody can't be convinced about.
can
So
be-
Derek, what you got for us today?
Man, which one I want to get for today?
Oh, you got selections, huh?
Man, I always have selections, man,
you
because it could be something that just hit me during the moment. It could be something that hit me the day before. And I'd be like, I need to write that down. Sometimes I forget to write it down. But today's I cannot be convinced. Let's see which one I want to take. I'm going to take this one because it came on the other day. I cannot be convinced that Friends is better than Living Single. Period. Friends is not better than Living Single. And I know that's not a hot take. A lot of people feel that way. But as far as recognizing,
I've never seen Friends, so I couldn't compare it. But I
I've
watched.
seen
Oh,
two
damn,
episodes.
you talking about the
shows.
shows.
The shows.
Oh, I'm sitting here thinking about like having friends versus living by yourself.
Oh,
Damn.
I cannot be convinced living by myself is not better than living with friends either, though.
Damn,
That's definitely true. Either way,
friends and living single. I've never seen Friends before.
I've seen like
Same.
2 episodes. Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah,
nah.
I've never watched 5 minutes of it before.
Same. I've never seen it, but Living Single is so great. It was such a great show, and that was a
classic
great
show.
time.
Right.
It was a great time for black sitcoms.
Yeah.
You know, we as kids, TJF come on, you definitely had something to watch.
Yeah, we
Even
did.
UPN with the circle, the triangle, and the square was booming.
We had the Steve Urkel show, and
Oh, I forgot about that.
it's
Just like,
not, it's not red like it's Red Kool-Aid. It's the Steve Urkel show. It's not.
bro, it
Family
is
Matters.
Family Matters,
No,
dog.
it's not. No, it's not.
Family Matters was good too.
It's the Steve Urkel show. If it weren't for Steve, that show wouldn't have made it. We all know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
all
mean,
know
you're not
that.
lying. You're not lying, but it's still Family Matters. Though. The Steve Urkel show, too many syllables, bro. That's why they don't say fruit punch. That's why
They say
Red.
Michael Jackson in the Jackson 5.
No, they say the Jackson 5.
Yeah, till Michael broke out, then they said Michael Jackson in the Jackson 5. Steve Urkel broke out, so it's the Steve Urkel show. I'm sorry, the rest of y'all in the background, y'all lucky y'all got a job. You know what I'm saying? Be happy. This man is feeding y'all.
Man. Oh, the memory's
That's
flooding
really
bad. That
dope.
was a great show.
We for real though. Look, the show was so bad they dropped the kid and nobody said nothing.
Fam.
Like, come on, they dropped the kid from the show and nobody said nothing.
Little buddy went upstairs, never came back.
Right.
On what show was that?
On Family Matters.
Remember, it was 3 kids. It was Eddie, Laura, and Judy.
Judy. Yeah. And then
Yeah,
Judy went upstairs one
exactly.
episode and never came
They
back.
just cut out.
Judy?
Yeah, she was a little girl. She was probably about what? 10?
Yeah, probably
something
10
like
or
that?
something on the show.
Oh
Yeah.
I
One episode she went
remember
upstairs, everything was cool. You just never saw Judy again.
that. Damn, that's crazy.
Right.
Never even thought
They
about
just
it.
writing stuff out. Yeah, they just wrote it out. That's how boring the show was, though. They could just write it out. That's what I'm saying. Before Steve Urkel came, the show was trash.
That's true.
It was trash. He was supposed to be there just for like a couple episodes, and then the ratings came back, and they made him a full-time cast member to know he is the cast member.
I didn't know that.
Right? Yeah, that's how it was. It was never Steve Urkel was supposed to be. It was based and written according to him. It was like if you watch the first season, I think like the first 5 to 6 episodes, he's not even in there. Then they just decided to write in an annoying neighbor that got a crush on Laura,
And that was
and
it.
that was it.
Took off from there.
Took off. He said, "This is my show now."
What the hell you talking about? Oh, man. So, good people, we are here with Chris from Good Trip Gallery. Dope artist, entrepreneur, hustler, does a little bit of everything, right? Tattoos, art on canvas, everywhere. And how can we find your social media one more time?
Good Trip Gallery on Instagram and Good Trip on all other social media platforms.
That's it.
And the website is www.goodtripgallery.com.
Awesome.
Question about the tattoo. So, you're a tattoo artist. Do you make your own tattoos and have someone do it for you? I mean, obviously you do. I mean, but like, how do you select your tattoo artist as a tattoo artist?
Well, I've done a lot of them myself. I'm
Oh, yeah.
left-handed, so yeah, a lot of them
okay.
on my right arm I've done myself, my stomach,
great.
my
Okay.
chest. I've done a bunch of them. But when I'm selecting other artists to do them, I check their portfolio out. Their work is clean. If it's dope, if it's like a style I'm looking for, I book them. Yeah, so it's not like a long, hard process for me. I can look at somebody's work and see if they know what they're doing.
When you said you did it on your stomach, visually it made me seem like you just like this, just. That's
I tattooed.
like it's surgery or something. Like,
I tattooed my stomach when I was living with my grandma. One Wednesday night, she went to Bible study, and as soon as she left out, I tattooed my last name across my whole stomach while she was going to Bible study.
oh man.
Yeah, cleaned up real quick before she came back. Hope she don't listen to this.
Man, that's something. See,
How many years ago was that?
Oh, man, that was probably 15 years ago, 14, 15 years ago.
Wow. Wow, that's dope. Got it done, put the stuff up
Yeah.
at the dinner table before you even knew it.
Exactly.
Lee, you got any tattoos?
Yeah, I got 2. I got one on each shoulder.
Oh yeah, see, yeah, I got just one little one. I hate needles, so I'm just imagining you doing that, and my thought went to pain and suffering in my mind.
No, it wasn't that bad. Man. No.
Yeah, some people it's just like it's nothing to them, but to me, I don't know.
No, they do hurt.
Yeah,
All of
right.
them hurt,
Yeah.
but it's not like a unbearable where you're gonna like die.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You kind of get through it, yeah, because you're right, they do hurt for sure.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing people using this numbing cream situation. Does that affect the actual pen? Like, have you ever used it before?
Yeah, I use a lot of different numbing creams. It changes the texture of the skin and how the needle glides across the skin and how the ink cleans off the skin and stuff like that. But as far as the tattoo process, the artwork of it, it doesn't really.
It's the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
Got you.
It just, I mean, it keeps the client still longer,
Right.
You know,
Right.
so I'm not a huge fan of numbing cream, but I'll use it if the client brings it.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, I could imagine. First of all, you're talking to a man who loves and appreciates art, but I can't draw a circle.
Right.
So,
Same.
Hey, listen, I'll give you a nice crooked square, dog. You can be kind of lopsided. So I've always been interested in stuff like that. So when you're tattooing someone, like they're moving, they're antsy, they're squirming, I can imagine that happens sometimes. How do you keep them calm? Like, how do you get someone who's truly nervous, but they really want a tattoo? How do you get them from that space of anxiety to the space of comfort en route to your creation?
Well, at this point in my career, people know who I am before they're actually sitting in my chair. They've looked at my work. They booked me. They waited to come in for their appointment. We've had a consult. They came in and made deposits. Like, we've seen each other a few times, and I only do large-scale black and gray pieces. So the clients that I'm tattooing now normally are used to tattoos, or they're kind of veterans and collecting tattoos. But back in the day, whenever I was doing first timers, I guess the best way to get people to calm down back then was like by any means. So it might be a shot of liquor. They might have to go outside and smoke some, or
Right.
whatever their thing is to calm themselves. But I think if the person trusts the artist and trusts the vibe of where they're at, they kind of will calm down and be still for you.
Right.
But if they see that you're not sure in yourself, then they're going to be a little more fidgety and just as nervous as you are, really.
Right.
So
right.
I kind of figured that out early on in the game. So I think I'm pretty good at making people feel comfortable.
Oh, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Yeah. Armor with the intel up front, consults, deposits. So now they have skin in the game, right?
Exactly.
So, they're much more apt to be cooperative.
Exactly.
And it's building rapport. They see you that many times, so what's I guess it's a two-folded question. What's the craziest tattoo you done? Like something you be like, this is different. And also, how long did it take you for the longest tattoo you done?
The craziest tattoo. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. People ask me that all the time, but because none of them are crazy to me. Because I'm an artist too, so I'm a little strange too. So, I've done every place on a person you can think, every place on a female you can think of, and probably everything you can think of I've tattooed, whether it's an animal or portrait or flowers. I've tattooed everything.
Done it all.
Yeah. So
are they all usually typically emotionally attached for those people? Why they selecting those, or it's just artistic form, or
both? Sometimes if people will come in because they lost family members, so I'm doing memorial pieces, or it might be a couples getting tattoos for their kids, and then other times I'll have people come in and book me for me to be, I can express myself freely and do my own artwork on them.
Oh, wow.
So they'll just give me somewhere to start and let me kind of flow, kind of how I paint. So I really enjoy those.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's different every single appointment. I never know what's gonna happen. Same way I was telling you about this podcast, how I didn't want to prepare for it or like have any expectation. I tattoo the same exact way.
Be in the moment.
No, that sounds kind of scary, but I don't like to know what's going to happen until my machine comes on. Almost.
It's it's something too that though. It's funny. I was just finished reading up a book called Calling the Unknown, the Moth Percents. I forgot the name of the. It's a kind of like a company that does it. It's a collective, but it's a lot of stories about people just staying present and like not trying to prepare too much because you over prepare, you overthink. Now you just go into a situation trying to curate the whole thing piece by piece, where instead of just letting it naturally flow, like you know who you are, you know what you're doing, you know what you're here to talk about. Just go in there, be yourself, be your personality, be present, right? Like you said. Because when you do that, it's honestly you just stressing yourself out anyway.
Exactly.
You just stressing yourself out.
And that's basically what it is.
Right.
I try to do as few things that's going to add stress to my life. And I know, like you said, if I have all these unnecessary expectations going into something, then it's just going to like build up stress. Yeah.
You end up creating scenarios in your head.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say this, and then this person gonna say that, and then this gonna this, and it's just like you just
Right.
just let it roll.
Then you
man.
have all those calories for something that may or may not even happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So I totally agree. Just come in and like you said, we watched this hyper preparation kind of thing because that seems like that was something that was going on real heavy in the 90s and 2000s. You want to be prepared for every single scenario and every single situation. And then as you grow, when you have some experience, you realize the preparation was already in you. Like you know what to do, right? You know what you're doing. You know what to do. And to me, a true craftsman or a craftsperson, craftsman, craftswoman, like they have enough talent and knowledge to guide through whatever scenario they're in at the moment.
Right.
That doesn't mean that they can't adapt and they can't change and pivot. But what that means here is, I've spent 30,000 hours of my life from the day I started to now perfecting this. One of my good friends, Chris, shout out to S10, he always says, my other homeboy, Chris, he always says, how does he say it? It's, I spent 20 years learning how to do this in 5 minutes. So you're paying for the 20 years, not the 5 minutes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like it might take another artist, 4 days to do this. I can do it in one. But I spent 20 days being able to do it and provide this level of quality to you in one day. You're paying for the 20 years, you're not paying for the one day.
Right.
So like that really kind of stuck with me. And my homeboy, he's a man of a few words. He don't really do a lot of talking. But when he talk, like you be listening like, yeah, he right. yeah, he right. And then he might not say nothing else for 30 minutes. Be chilling. All right, cool. Well, he back to chilling.
You're right about it, though, because back to like you were saying, you over prepare, you over prep, and it's like when you walk into there, you so worried about what you're walking into instead of what you're walking in with. You know what I'm saying? And with your skill set, it really is.
Say that again.
You're so worried about what you're walking into that you're not focused on what you're walking in with. The reason why you in there is because of your skill set and your talent. That's why you in that room in the first place. So why you getting so worked up? You know what you're there for. Right. You know the skill set you got. Focus by what you coming in with instead of what you walking into. Because you're walking into it because of what you got.
I'll write that down.
That's a bar. Oh yeah, take your time, good brother. Take your time. Yeah, that's a bar right there.
No, that's real though. Like I've done, man.
That's a bar right there.
Oh, the kind of stuff we do sometimes.
Yeah.
Interviews, work meetings, presentations.
Good gracious, man.
You work yourself up so much. It's like, hold on, man. I'm up here for a reason though.
Yeah, they call.
I'm here because I'm supposed to be here because of the skills.
Called me
Right.
in here, like, and that's what I tell my engineers. I'm like, yo, like, I understand this is tough and this is hard, it's difficult, but they called you.
Right.
Since they called you, you were in control. You run the show. They called you. But I like the way you put it better. That was real smooth. I like that.
That was hard.
Appreciate
that.
it. Appreciate
That
it.
joke was tough. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, and let's shout our own stuff out. You can find us on @BBread Podcast for our listeners out there. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you can find a podcast, you can find us here. The Breaking Bread Podcast @BBread Podcast, the letter B, then a second BREAD podcast bars. So we out here once again with Chris from Good Trip Gallery.
First, I love the logo on the hoodie, dog.
Yeah, can we talk about the logo? Because that is tough.
That's tough, man.
Thank you. So yes, Good Trip Gallery, and the logo
Slide
is
to the right for me a little bit so we can get in the camera. There we
Here
go.
we go. Yeah.
There we go.
The logo is a light bulb with a brain inside, and it's basically portraying like a new thought or new idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, to put it simple, just to think. So it's like just a creative idea, just a progression, basically.
Yeah.
So
I love what it represents. I want a shirt with that logo now.
Absolutely.
For real.
Absolutely. You got the merch on the site?
I got one outside of my truck.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
I'm buying
That's
one
even
now.
better.
I'm buying one out the trunk.
Yeah, right.
Got the
Straight-
Master P. Straight.
Right. Master P is straight out the trunk. And for those out here, he probably got it on the website. Where can we find the website?
goodtripgallery.com. And
There you
yes,
go.
all the t-shirts and zip-up hoodies on the website, small through XX.
We like it. We like it. Yeah. So, we getting ours about the trunk, but y'all can get y'all's through the mail. Hit the website, man. Hit the website. Hit the website. So talk to me about the live painting. I didn't get the chance to witness it. I know you said you saw it.
Oh, yeah.
How does that kind of work? In my mind, it's like, okay, well, we're going to commission you to come out here for this block of time. Here's your tool set. Do you have guidance on what you're going to paint? Do you have requests? Is it just something that you just freestyling during the event? Kind of walk us through that.
So it's different every time. I perform a lot of live paintings at all different types of events, from baby showers to homecomings to I did one for Sigma Gamma Rho, their 100-year anniversary in Indianapolis this past June.
Yep.
Yeah, so I did a live painting there. I'm doing live paintings almost every week. So they're anywhere from a small bar where it's 5 or 6 people in there, you might catch me painting, to in a convention center or at a huge event somewhere. So, but it's always different. I do real estate events, weddings, baby showers, grand openings.
Man, that's great.
Yeah. So
How do you get these events? Like, just building your network out, or
So
like just be able to do the National Cinema Gamma Row event is
Major.
it ain't
yeah,
nothing
that
small.
was that was the biggest audience I ever painted in front of. I think that was over 5,000 people I was painting in front of for almost an hour. So it was that connection was made through Brian Dawson. Yeah, I met Brian Dawson years back, and he's been, throwing me licks left and right. So I definitely shout out to him. He's dope dude. But yeah, I mean, it's different ways every time. So a lot of it is word of mouth, but then also every week still I'm reaching out to people, restaurants, bars, clubs. Even yesterday we were reaching out to places in Charlotte, setting up live paintings, pop-ups. So it's a lot of leg work, and basically going into places, meeting the owners, shaking their hands, telling them what I do, and asking them if I can paint. So sometimes I'm painting for free, sometimes I'm booked, and sometimes it might be illegal, but I try to keep it pushing.
That's it.
Pushing my brand, yeah.
That's it, man. That's dope. And shout out to Brian Dawson. I don't know Brian Dawson at all, but he was the voice of my childhood.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
He was the voice of my childhood.
growing up in this area, like 97.5, I listened to that man
every day
for as long as I can remember.
Yeah,
I still
seriously.
be in my mama's navy blue 92 Toyota Camry right now, listening to Brian Dawson riding around the city, and he's still here. And I
During
love
the
what he does
day.
for the community.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brian Dawson. Hope to meet you soon, good brother. But like, I think that's really dope. And so what I'm hearing you say is community, right? You have someone who knows people. That's one side. You're still putting the feet to pavement to shake hands and interface. That's another side. Then the talent is speaking for itself, and it's creating that network of opportunity for you and the brand. So I think that's really good. If you had a advice, so let's say someone's up and coming, right? There's a sophomore, junior in high school or 8th grade or something like that, loves art, want to get started. Where would you recommend they start? Let's say they want to get into canvas painting. I want to do paintings. Is it buy the materials and create? Is it sketch first? Is it find a routine? What piece of advice do you give someone trying to get off the ground?
Well, I think it would be different for everybody depending on like what direction they're trying to go. I mean, I didn't start painting to own a gallery and to do what I'm doing now. It was just a passion of mine. It was something that not that I like cut out time to do. It was like I had to do it. I had to create. I had to paint. Like when I would get off work, I would be painting or creating something until I couldn't keep my eyes open. Then when I get up, I'm doing it again. So it was a passion of mine. And I think if somebody is a sophomore or junior in high school and they have a passion in something, if they follow that passion and put the work in, like the lane that it's supposed to be in is going to happen. It's going to create itself. Like you said, the preparation is already in you.
Right.
So it's going to create itself. And, I don't think there's advice I could give somebody because I don't know what their passion is. So.
And that's fair. So it sounds like.
Trust the process. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, it sounds like follow the passion.
Yeah,
like
trust the
the
process.
passion will guide you.
Right.
And I think, too, a lot of people think, and I'm sure y'all probably get the same thing, but a lot of people think things just happen overnight.
Good gracious, yes.
You know what I'm saying? so yeah, you gotta work hard. You gotta put the work in. Like this is my 18th year doing this, and I still 7 days a week. Like I don't take days off. Yeah, so unless I'm on vacation.
Right.
But if I'm in town, I'm working.
Right.
It's Sunday now.
Right.
That's right.
So, yeah, so it's like,
Right.
you get
So
what you get out, what you put into it.
Exactly. You got to get it how you live.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to be ready to make that adjustment. Like normally you do X, but sometimes you got to make a reasonable exception. We're going to do it this time. We're going to do it this way this time to make it flow. And long story short, young people, follow your passion.
And walk into the unknown. That's what Chris saying. Walk out there.
Do it.
Yeah,
Exactly. Do it. You love art. You love whatever it is. And I think that's one of the reasons why we started this, right? Is to, one is for the inspirational side, for people to say, well, what do I do? Because sometimes you got to get out your own way. Like sometimes you're so worried about what could go wrong. Well, what if I do something and someone doesn't like it? What if I use the wrong color here, this and that and the third? But all of those cycles could have been spent putting brush to canvas or pen to paper or voice to microphone or whatever you're trying to do. Because at the end of the day, man, the market's going to decide. The market is going to decide what's hot, what they like, what they're going to pay for, how they're going to do it.
It ain't even about that sometimes. It's like if you have a passion for it, create something because it's therapeutic, you enjoy to do it, and you just put it out there. You're going to find your community. It's like, you like Janae Aiko. I don't. You part of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying you're part of the community, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
It's not that she trash.
It's something for everybody.
It's something for everybody, though.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. She created the stuff that she liked, and to me, it sounds like elevator music. To you, it sounds like something different.
It sure is.
Janae dope, though.
Yeah, she is dope. She
Janae.
got some good songs. I'm just like, overall, I'm not a big fan of her, but of her music. You know what I'm saying? But again, you create what you want to create and you love it. As long as you love it and put it out there, people gonna see it for authentic, and the people that likes that stuff are gonna come to you because
water
it's
finds
authentic.
its level.
Yeah, it's gonna find its level. But if you're trying to do stuff and you're making stuff thinking about trying to capture someone, then you're doing it the wrong way. You always chasing.
Yeah, because you're chasing the person and not the dream.
Right. You might want to be a social media influencer, but for what? Like, what are you chasing though? Now you're chasing views and not the actual content you want to create. So what's the content you want to create and just create?
Yeah, create and put it
That's
out
all
there
it is, yeah.
to become that social media
Right.
influencer.
And
Versus I need this account or I need this person. This is what I'm doing. This is what it is.
Right.
And the market's gonna decide.
Right.
Like the community will decide. That's dope. That's dope, man. So we here. Next segment, we got two more segments going in, man. We about to have some fun with this one. We're gonna get to some food because clearly we like to eat. The holidays are coming up. And so we call this next segment 2 shots and 1. So what we gonna do? We got a couple questions for you, Chris. The first one is, let me paint the scene, set the scene, right? It's been a long day. You've been working all day, painting, you know what I'm saying, done some dope tats. You're driving to the house. And you're like, you know what? It's been a long day. I think I want something that's really going, put me in a good spot. What's that one place that you would think of to be like, yeah, I'm gonna pick something up from this spot, go home, relax, chill, and it's really gonna rejuvenate me? The number one go-to spot after a long day.
It could be any meal too.
Lately, I've been going to this spot called Raleigh Southern Kitchen on Fayetteville Street.
Okay.
So it's actually the Marriott, downtown Marriott restaurant,
Mhm.
the hotel restaurant. But I'm a vegetarian, but they got a real good veggie burger there. So that's just real quick and easy for me to grab.
Oh, that's
veggie
dope.
burger and some fries. I shouldn't eat it as much as I do, but I do.
How long you been vegetarian?
I think it's been like 5 years. Whenever that What the Health documentary came out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So however long ago that was.
That documentary. Did you see his one? Not What the Hell. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Super Size Me.
Oh, Super Size Me.
But What the Hell? They're all in the same toy. But the dude who did Super Size Me also did one about the chicken industry called Bit Chicken. Man, the reason why it didn't come out because he had some controversy in his personal life because it was supposed to come out of this big Billboard movie thing, but then it just got released on YouTube, the actual film itself. And it's him opening a chicken restaurant to sell chicken sandwiches and things like that, and showing the hoops and stuff you have to go through just to even get chickens to be part of the chicken industry. It's crazy.
Really?
It's crazy. It's
I want to watch it.
it's called
Wow.
check it out on YouTube. It's really good.
To procure the actual chicken.
Just to get chickens.
So
Real
how
chicken.
how these cats in Johnston County got all them chickens?
So here's the thing: a lot of them are owned. They're subsidiaries or franchisees of, say, Purdue Chicken or one of these big chicken companies.
So you got to run through those channels, partners.
Yeah, so you get exactly. It's the same thing.
Same
right?
thing.
Same thing. You got to go through a channel. You just can't come up like, hey man, can I buy a dozen chickens from you? Hold on, these are Purdue chickens. What you mean? You
We just leasing these
You
chickens.
just leasing these chickens. It's wild.
Wow.
It was
That is
wild.
wild.
And the one dude that actually helped him and got him set up was I forgot what company, which big chicken company he was with, but they kind of like blackballed him out because of what he was doing,
Put
helping
them to
him
the
out.
side.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It's a great documentary to see really how the food industry really is all over.
Right.
But
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, that sounds pretty dope. Big chicken. We'll have to check that out.
yeah.
Boom. So next question on Two Shots and One. It's a variation of one of the earlier questions I'm gonna hit you with. Because I've always wondered about this with the tattoo artist space. What's the most memorable piece you remember doing? Like what piece stands out in your mind? Like, I just remember this piece.
Tattooing or
Yeah.
paint? Or paint?
Let's do both. Let's do the tat side and the
All
paint
right.
side.
There's a lot of tattoos. You have
Yeah.
done a lot of
Yeah.
pains. You know?
Yeah, I've done so many tattoos. I mean, really, honestly, the only one I can really think about is the last one I've done.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a mandala paisley type flower half sleeve on a guy's forearm that I did 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one that's standing out to me. That's like, I always say my favorite one is the last one I've done. So yeah, that's the one that stands out as far as the tattoo. And the painting, I have a piece hanging in the gallery called Our Roots.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a woman with a red veil over her head, and over her face I painted, the woman is painted in like black and gray monotones, and over her face is the continent of Africa. I painted right on top of her face in all different colors to kind of like signify that all colors or all people come from Africa.
All of them.
Yeah, so that's why
Every
I named
one
it-
of them.
That's why I named it Our Roots.
Mhm.
And I was inspired to do that piece when I came back from Africa in 2016. I went to Zambia for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Tell us about that.
Oh, that was amazing. I went with my friend David and his wife. They had a nonprofit called Love Abounds. Well, I'm sure they still have it. And we went over to Africa to do some development work. Well, I went along with them and helped them out. And it was definitely life-changing.
Oh,
Yeah. It was.
That is awesome, man. Like, I would love to get over to Africa. I have a
Same.
friend that goes all the time. He goes to Ghana a lot. And I am interested in getting out there. I just got to make it happen. Wake up one day, boom, tickets booked. And that's the key. Once you book the airline tickets,
Yeah, once you bust them tickets, dog.
done. Like you'll figure out everything else out later,
Right.
the lodging and all that. But
And don't buy no insurance. just book it.
Just
booking it right.
Just book it.
just booking it right, man. That's dope.
That is so true, though. Once you get them plane tickets, like, okay, this official now.
Yeah, you locked in because that plane ain't stopping.
Nah,
bro.
that plane ain't stopping. You own it or not?
Yeah, Mr. Greg said he taking off at 5:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whether you own it or not. So Delta and Mr. Greg fitting to get right up off this ground.
Yeah, Y'all gotta go, man. Y'all gotta break some bread and
Breaking bread goes to Africa.
right.
That's what we need. That's what we
We
need.
can do it. I'm saying.
That's what we need. Hey, listen, I got the passport at the crib right now.
Ready.
Ready. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, Chris, Good Trip Gallery. One more time, how can we find you?
All social media platforms, Good Trip. Instagram is Good Trip Gallery. Website is goodtripgallery.com. Located 416 South McDowell Street, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Storefront waiting for y'all. So you can go in, browse. And that sounds like a dope schema.
Yeah.
We got tats going on over here. We got art. We got arts of all forms
Right.
at the storefront. So, man, that's awesome. Right now, we're in the last leg of Two Shots and One. So the third question in this segment here is, what's your favorite brunch spot?
Tupelo Honey
Tupelo.
in the Cameron Village.
Yep.
A lot of love
they
for
got-
Tupelo.
Yeah, they got this grits bowl that I love there with potatoes and eggs and peppers and stuff in it.
Got you.
They got those good crispy potatoes too, man.
Oh, yeah, those little
yeah,
crackling
yeah,
potatoes.
yeah, those crispy potatoes give
For
me
the
every
win.
time.
For the
I
win.
can't lose weight because of them.
Brother. Yes. I've been on a weight loss journey for a little over a year now. And this year I'm gonna be smart about it. Christmas is coming, the holidays are coming. I'm gonna just hang up the jersey for it. But last year I was doing the whole, I'm gonna fight it, I'm gonna be good, this and the third. And them oxtails came out. Everything out the window, bro. So this year I'm gonna be more disciplined on the lead up, take a little vacation, do what I need to do, and then get right back on it. I think that's how I'm gonna play it this year.
It's always tough during the holiday season. Thanksgiving, first of all, Friendsgiving,
Yep.
then Thanksgiving, then you got Christmas parties. You got several of those you go to. Then Christmas. It's just so much food, man.
It's so much, man.
It's hard for anyone to maintain during that time.
I know that's real.
And I don't fight it either.
Yeah, I ain't fighting this
I
year.
don't fight it either. It's just like I'm at the party. I try to make a smaller plate. That's the best I can do for you. But I am going to eat it.
Right.
You better than me because I ain't do none of that, bro. Listen, the pot come off that turnip salad and them oxtails, it's a wrap. Just go ahead, plate, same size plate, regular plate. We'll deal with it later. And be on that Peloton ready to cry.
Right. I deal with my own consequences. Hey, right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
accept this. I know what I'm doing.
Be like, this sweat kind of thick. Why this sweat so thick? It shouldn't be this thick. Like, this ain't the normal consistency. You feel me? That's that oxtail.
There's that oxtail gravy coming out you right there.
You feel me? Oh man. So, Chris, man, it's definitely been a pleasure. So I understand you got some pieces for us as well that you want us to display to the people. We'd love to see it if you got something.
Yep. I got 4 or 5 pieces in the truck I can bring in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and grab those because we definitely want the people to see those. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Chris, with Good Trip. So now we're getting into a part of the show, one of our favorite parts. It's called BPE, Big Positive Energy, right? So this is how this is going to work. For 60 seconds or longer, you are now the host of the show. So we're going to be the hype man. And this is your segment to talk about what you're happy about, what you're proud of in your business and any facet of life, right? And this is kind of yourself giving the people the energy. Shout out the brand. Shout out how they can find you. And we're going to be the hype man, right? We're going to take this back to 94 with the 36
Right.
chambers out here. You know what I'm saying? So look, the Breaking Bread podcast, we out here with Chris from Good Trip Gallery. We're going to pass it over to you. BPE, it's up. Chris, the show is yours. What you proud of, man? What you got for us?
What's happening, y'all? It's Chris with Good Trip Gallery, 416 South McDowell Street, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Storefront.
Come in and see the gallery. We're open from Tuesday to Saturday, 12 to 6:30 p.m. We also participate in First Friday events every first Friday of the month from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., where it's an open art showcase where we feature a different artist every single month. I'm performing a live painting along with the featured artists every first Friday. It's a free event, free food, free drinks, and it's a dope vibe. So if you can make it to a first Friday, please come out.
Yes, sir. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. It's still yours. What else you got for us?
I'm proud of.
Yeah, anything. Proud to give us all the good
Man,
news.
I'm proud of every opportunity, even being on this Breaking Bread podcast.
Appreciate
Every
it.
client
Appreciate it.
that I have, everybody that supports me, all of my followers on Instagram, Twitter, all social media platforms that everybody that ever liked my posts, my stories, that told me I was doing a good job. I'm proud of all of that. Anybody that collects my artwork, anybody that's saving up to collect my artwork, I'm proud of that too.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the connections I made through art, all of the networking and
Mm-hmm.
all of the rooms that I've been able to get in just for me doing what I love.
That's a bar.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm proud of like everything.
Man, that's awesome. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's dope too, because like you said, the community. Because it's always good when people just genuinely just happy for you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like they see you doing well, and they're just happy for you, not because they're trying to get something out of it or see how they can leverage their way. It's like, man, I'm glad and happy for him because he really saw that through, and he on the other side of it.
Yeah, and I forgot to say this, my family. I have a super supportive family. My mom, my pops,
That's
all
awesome.
my brothers and sisters. Yeah, I have a huge family in Wake County, and they all support me in a big
Man,
way.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's dope.
Love the support, man. Love the support.
Sure.
Love to hear it, man. So, with that, we came here, people. We gave y'all the good news. What have we learned today? We learned that we about to rename the segment. What the hell you talking
What
about?
the hell you talking about? Right.
Right. So we got to go to the
Yeah,
boardroom.
y'all
Like,
can
oh
have
yeah,
that. Yeah.
Can we change that up? You know what I'm saying? Sponsored by
Inspired-
Good Trip Gallery.
yeah.
Inspired by Good Trip Gallery. Right. You know what I'm saying? We learned that. Follow your passions. You know what I mean? You go in here and know that you are enough. That's really the message behind all of this.
More than enough.
Yeah. They called you.
They called you home.
They called you. They wanted you to be there at 2:00. Right?
That's real.
So bring what you brought.
And I like when you said the preparation is already in you.
It's already there because they called you, and they know what's in there because they called you. Because
Right.
if you didn't know it was in there and they didn't either, they wouldn't have called you.
Right.
So they called you. So act like they called you.
Right.
Like,
There's nothing wrong with being confident, man.
yeah, you got to believe, bro.
You know,
Right.
There's a difference between confident and cocky.
Exactly. You got to believe.
Right.
And when you get into these rooms, bring people with you.
Right.
That's the biggest thing I wanted to kind of get off today is, when you surround yourself with good people and you get somewhere, bring your folks with you, right? Connect these people. It's all a network out here.
Right.
And they are looking for you and your talent.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm talking to all of you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to Chris. I'm talking to all our listeners, followers, fans. You got it. Like it's there. It's
Right.
in you right now. Once you find it, use it. And once you use it, watch it grow.
Right.
Watch it grow. That's it, good people. So we've had a ball with y'all today on the Breaking Bread podcast. Y'all be safe.
Follow us at B Bread Podcast. Twitter.
Please do.
That's not
Please
Twitter. I
do.
said Twitter, not Twitter. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube,
All of it.
all of it.
All of it. And we answering DMs too. So y'all got questions. Y'all want to see something. I like to say
Somebody
like
y'all
that.
might want to see on the show. Y'all
Holla at
shoot
us.
to us.
Holla at us. And then we're here with Chris. And one more time, the last one. See, I like to tell the guests up front, you're going to hear this a bunch of times.
Right.
So this is the last one, good brother. Send us out of here. How can they find you?
I'm Chris with Good Trip Gallery,
Yes, sir.
416 South McDowell Street, Raleigh, North Carolina. It's Good Trip Gallery on all social media platforms. www.goodtripgallery.com to order all artwork, all merch, and see upcoming events. Also, I forgot to say that I'm having a New Year's Eve creative bash on December 31st from 9 p.m. to 1 in the morning. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, and it's going to be a 13 artists all creating inside the gallery at one time.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be an open bar, food, and it's just going to be a big creative bash experience, dope vibe. If you've never been in a room with this many painters and just young creatives going at it at one time, you want to be in the building on New Year's Eve. December 31st from 9 p.m. to 1 in the morning.
Oh man, that's
Right.
We're bringing in the New Year's in a creative way.
I like that.
Yeah. Yep.
I like that. Sounds like there needs to be on some merch. Speaking of merch, we out of here because we got to get to the trunk to get some of this Good Trip merch.
That's
Good
facts.
people, we'll holler at y'all. We out of here breaking bread. It was good to see y'all. Y'all have a good one. Take care.
Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.